Right. Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing this beautiful Friday evening? So, like you guys know, I am always excited to be here with each and every one of us. Okay. And today I'm really looking forward to, having a good time and interact with each and every one of us this evening. Okay. So, because tonight I've come with a general topic, which, I would really like it if you guys actually get into the topic with me. But first, before we get into that, um, let me introduce myself to some of you who are just joining for the first time. So, my name is Niniola Fatai, and I'm the host of The Speaker Show. Now, The Speaker Show is a place of inspiration, motivation, where minds are being liberated through reasonings, which means that on The Speaker Show, through other people's story, you can be inspired. You can find your own path. You can find a story that aligns with your life or where you're going, and you can key and that can guide you and support you, in achieving whatever you want to do. On the speaker show, we believe very strongly that everyone has the potential to do great. Everyone has the ability to achieve more in their lives. So, and even though it lies in your hands to do, but at the end of the day, we are still here to give you that support because we don't want you to give up on your dream. We don't want you to quit. We want you to get to the final end because, in life generally, I realize that, people will come and go, and people will, you know will always start things, and at the end of the day, you know come up with something else based on the feelings, based on the moment, based on the time. But understanding deeply that not giving up is essential to you achieving greatness in life. It is important. All right. So, without being said, like I said before, welcome one more time. And my name is Niniola Fatai. All right. So, we're going to get into what we want to talk about tonight. And I'm hoping that, you guys are going to interact with me and we can have a great discussion this evening. All right. So, tonight, like you guys have seen the topic, so it's going to be about living integrity in our daily lives. So, the question is, what does that mean to you? I know even though you can respond to me, but just take a moment and think about it. What does that mean to you? Living a life of integrity in every day or every day of your life. Is this something that you are conscious about? Is this something that you just neglect? Is this something that you are working towards? Is this something that you're like, no, forget about integrity, I'll do my own thing? The moment that integrity meets you in your life, it matters a lot and it lies in your hand. But I'm just here tonight to just emphasize a little bit on the importance of that integrity and why you need to practice integrity. And if you've been practicing it, if you live by it, you keep to your word, you do the things, your moral, your standard, your value, they all align with everything. So I'm just gonna say congratulations, but still, there's still more that you can still add, to whatever knowledge that you have. So you're still in the right place. So don't go anywhere. Just stay with me tonight. Just stay with me. All right. So, and I've got some great point for us this evening that I'm gonna be talking about. So, but first, please don't forget, each and every one of you. I'm gonna emphasize this. Please share this video with your friends and loved ones. You never know who is gonna benefit from the video. I keep saying it, and click on the notification button so you can always get notification whenever we're coming up, whenever the speaker show is going live, so you can always be part of it. So I'm just encouraging you, please share. Don't keep the video to yourself. Don't be selfish, don't be stingy. You got to share so other people as well too, like, they can, it can inspire them in one way or the other. All right, so without taking much of our time this evening, I'm gonna really go into the integrity itself, and how we can actually, go on our day to day and being conscious of it and living by it at the same time. But before I go further, I want you to understand something that years ago there is a quote that I came across, and the quote says that success will always come and go in our lives. Just general, everybody. Success will come and go. Money will come and go. You know, but the only thing that will stay with you forever is your integrity. Your integrity will never go and come. It's going to stay. And then that means by you doing right things, at all time, regardless of the circumstances, you keep doing what you're doing, and you're consistent at it, and you're honest, and those are the things that I'm excited to, to share, to break down with each and every one of us. And understanding very importantly as well too, that integrity itself, especially personally, it's having a strong moral for yourself, or a value, or maybe even following some some basic principles that you set for yourself that aligns with your word and your actions. So it is important because the concept of having that integrity, let's come to think about it, it's not hard. It's actually quite simple if you think about it. It's just you living within, you living with your own self by upholding your value every single time. This is who I am. That is what I want. That's not what I want. You learn how to say no when you need to say no. You say yes when you need to say yes. You keep to your word. You don't go all over. I'm going to be sharing some story later on that I'm excited about, so no matter the situation, or who is watching you, who is paying attention to you, you are still committed to living a life of your own moral standard, and you uphold your own personal commitment to yourself. And that is all that matters when it comes to integrity. Because a person without an integrity, there's no how you can walk into respect. Because when your words are not aligned with what you're saying, people are just gonna see you as someone who is not serious. People will see you as someone who, just casual, regular. That's how people are gonna see you. They won't see anything important. They won't see anything attractive, about you. And it's just because you're not aligning your morals with your action. Your words, you're not making them work together. And I just want to encourage you that it is important that you practice integrity. If you haven't been doing that, it's okay. There's no particular age, or there's no particular stage that you have to be in order for you to actually learn about integrity. That's the beautiful thing about it. Any stage that you are, you can learn about it. Any stage, it doesn't matter. You can begin to do right at any given time. And I'm just encourage you, don't wait. Just start right now. Don't postpone it to tomorrow. Don't procrastinate. You need to live a life that is worth living. You need to live a life of value. You need to live a life, that you will look back and people will be like, wow, that even you yourself, you'll be proud of yourself. So now I'm going to be breaking down some few things with us, like I said before. So, and I would like us to, I always say this: when you're coming on shows like this, it is important that you just don't come empty. You should be open-minded to receive. So open your mind. Let's dive into this together, okay, and see what you can learn. And then the first thing that I want to talk about is being honest. You know, being honest is one of the greatest step in all situations. And how does that work? How does being honest align with integrity? It does align with it. When you speak the truth, even when it's difficult, people respect it. When you say no, people respect it. They might not like it. It might not be convenient for them. It might not suit their soul, but they respect it because you were honest. So avoid telling lies. Avoid telling stories that's not real. Like some of the story that I said I want to share with you. I met someone years ago, and we're just gonna have just a normal conversation, and instead of getting into like normal conversation, and it just led into something else. And that's something else, like, the person just kept on talking and saying, oh, I'll do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that, and at the end of the day, at first when you meet people, you hold on to their word, you count on their words, and then when you realize that they can't even fulfill a single thing out of the things that they've said, you look at them and then you're like, oh, this person is not of value. This person doesn't, they don't hold on to their word, they only talk. So that's the way I perceive that person at the end of the day, because I'm like, okay, this person just talk, they end up doing nothing. So, and that kind of reflect to me that, I got to keep to my word. I got to hold on to what I'm saying, and I'm encouraging you to do the same. Let your word be your word. Don't go through shortcut, because shortcuts get you nowhere. If telling the truth may hurt someone, then that's fine. Deliver it with kindness. Whatever you have to say it with passion. Say it with love. Avoid, like, misleading others, or even you yourself being misled by others. You need to avoid that. Don't say too much, don't talk too much, like the person that I just talked about. Don't share too much. If you know you can't, limit your word. Some people just, they just brag unnecessarily. And then, in Africa where I came from, okay, all right, I'll skip that. In Africa where I came from, there's this saying that, I'm gonna say this in my dialect, okay? That's for the people who understand, but I'm gonna translate it later. So it's like, people who make too much noise are the ones that end up being empty. They okay, oh my goodness, okay, anyways, I'll skip that. That's just the meaning in English, just for the people who won't understand in my dialect. So that's for the people, okay? So whatever, just make sure that you don't talk too much. Admit your mistake and take responsibility. This is one thing that I noticed that people lack so much. They give excuse to justify their actions. They give excuses like, to make them feel good, even though they know deep down that they have done wrong. Avoid all that. Own up. Be grown up. I've seen people who are in their 60s, who are in their 50s, who are in their 40s, and then, they still don't hold up to responsibility. They don't hold up to themselves. They don't do that. And you wonder, and then you're like, what have you done with all your years? So you need to, hone up when a mistake, when you make a mistake, instead of blaming others, take responsibility. Very, very important. And then the second thing that I want to share with us this evening is, keep your promises. If you say you're going to do this, do it. Do it. Because I realize that you never know who you're talking to. You never know who you're dealing with. Because sometimes, because of over familiarity, we get too comfortable and we lose our consciousness. And we get used to this. Oh, it's just me and this person. And you've forgotten that. What about the person that person knows, and the person that person knows that you don't know? So keep your promise. Be committed to your word. Either it's small or big. If you say you will do it, do it. Make it a priority. Make it a priority. Just like the story that I shared before. That talk. Oh, I would do this, I would do that, oh, I can do it. And at the end of the day, nothing happened. Nothing. Just talk and blabbing. That's all. Don't be like that. Keep personal and professional commitment. It is very, very important. If you can't keep a promise, communicate about it openly and take your own responsibility. Life happens, it's okay. If you can't meet a deadline or a promise, it's okay. Let people know earlier. Let them know. If you can't be committed to this, I've seen people even in relationship, if you can't meet up the relationship, talk about it. Don't just do whatever you want and expect the other person to just play along. I've seen people, this is what is happening. Even in marriages, this happens a lot. And we live under this assumption, oh, this person should understand, oh, this person should know better. Keep your promise. Offer an alternative, a solution, maybe like, make up for it in another way. It is very important because of next time they will respect your word. They will respect what you say. It's not just you doing it, but it goes a long way. The action goes a long way that you have no idea about. And another thing that I want to share with us, which is going to be the third thing here, is treat others with respect. Oh, my African people, especially the older ones, they believe so strongly that because you are older, so the younger ones have to submit the respect to you, and you don't have to respect the other person. It doesn't work like that. Respect is reciprocal. If you respect others, others will respect you. Speak kindly of others. Avoid gossip. You know, refrain from speaking negative things about others when they're not there. 2 years or 3 years ago, I shared 10 things, a video. You can go back on my channel. You're gonna find the video about 10 things or 8 things like that to practice. And like, I think it was 2023. It was a very, very powerful words that actually, you know helped a lot of people. So it is important that you keep your word and don't go behind others and talk about others. Don't do that. If you have issues with someone, address it directly and respectfully. Don't just talk. Respect other people's time, their space, and their boundaries. Like I said again, my Nigerian people, they don't do that. Not even that alone. I'm sorry that I'm mentioning Nigerians, but it's just funny that lately the kind of topics that come to me, the kind of conversation that I have to mentor that comes to me is in that line. So, and it's sad. And this is why I'm talking about this openly now. You need to respect other people. Don't waste people's time. So live a life of a good moral, of a good value. Very important. Listen actively. Listen actively. Listen to others. Respect them. Like I've shared before in my previous video, sometimes people just call you because they just need someone to talk. They don't need you to give a comment. They don't need you to give your own opinion. Just listen to them and show empathy. That's all they need. So you need to know when and how to respect others. Give people your full attention when they talk, when they talk to you, when they need it. So please, 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 all these little things, we take them for granted because we feel that, oh, no one is paying attention to them. But the reality is that people are paying attention. People are watching you. You think no one is listening to you. You think no one is, studying your attitude, your behavior. You think no one is doing that. But the reality is that people are watching you. They are watching you. So I'm encouraging you this evening, okay? I'm strongly encouraging you this evening. Treat others with respect. Very, very important. And then another thing that I want to talk about tonight with us is do the right thing. Even when it's hard, do the right thing. Stand up for what is right. Even when it's unpopular, even when people don't even pay attention to it, but still stand up for something. Defend, stand by people who are being mistreated. Don't just listen and walk away. Don't just listen or don't just hear the story and do nothing about it. Stand for something. Do something right. Make ethical choices, even in your workplace or even personal life. Very important. Avoid anything that has to do with dishonesty. Very, very important. You got to do the right thing. You just have to. Like there's no other option to it than just to do what is right. Do what is right. You might you know you might think there's no use to it, but the reality is that it goes a long way. The most important thing about all the things that I'm sharing tonight with us is for us to pay attention to our lifestyle. Is for us to pay attention to the kind of life that we are living. When we take our lives for granted, little things, when we take them for granted, these are the things that others are studying in you, others are watching. If your actions are aligned with your words, if you promise, I'm going to stand by you, stand by them. It's okay. It's okay. Because when you do it, others too will do it for you. That's the beauty about it. That's the beauty about it. Practice self discipline. This is the one that I love most about everything. You can't live a life of integrity without self discipline. You just can't. It can't work. You need to live a life of self discipline. You need to practice that. You just need to. You want to achieve something, you want to get on something, do the task. Even when you don't feel like it, still do it. Still do it. Consistency, is one of the greatest habits that we can have. The ability to be consistent in your own habits, with your attitude, with the morals that you've set for yourself, the standard that you want your life to be. Be consistent at it. Don't let someone come and tell you, oh, this is the way you should do it, and you just follow. Some people don't have sense of direction. Some people don't even have vision where they're going. Some people don't even have any idea what their tomorrow is going to be. Some don't. And I'm telling you the pure fact that some don't. And if you are that person that you don't even know exactly where you're heading to, you need to start practicing little things. And it start with self-discipline. Follow through your responsibility. Avoid unnecessary temptation that goes against your value. Your value. Very important. Set personal standard and tricks, that can help you to achieve them. Ask yourself, what does integrity mean to you? What do you define as integrity? Because you got to practice it every single day. All these things that I'm sharing with you is still every day. Every day. No one is there yet. We all are working towards it. And you can do better. You can do better than what you think that you're doing right now. There's so much more inside of you that you can achieve, that you can accomplish. If only you can stand still and keep your word and stay on it. There are many people that they have visions today. and that vision is nowhere to be found. They got carried away. They got carried away with others' opinion, with little temptations. They get carried away and they don't know. I met this person, and we end up chatting for like a little while. And this person had to tell me that they work with the company for 35 years. And it will be a good thing if you work for a company for 35 years and you're looking towards your retirement and you're happy and you're excited that, yes, I've worked 35 years at a particular company and this is the return that I'm getting for my retirement. That could be a good thing, if the retirement is good, if everything is okay. But the worst of all is that people stay for 35 years because they lack vision, because they lack self-discipline. They're not able to do any other thing. And then you wonder, when they're in their 60s, they will tell you that they're still waiting for extra years to do better. And this is for the youth out there. This is for you. So it is important. It is very, very important that you practice, you know little things that will help you to do better. Recognize situation that test your integrity. It could be lying, it could be going too ahead. Recognize them. Stay true to yourself. Even when no one is watching you, be honest. Be honest. So I'm encouraging you. Define integrity. Don't just live your life casually. Don't just live your life like, oh, it's okay. It's just regular day to day. Don't live your life like that. I want to encourage you to do that, because there's so much more that you can do. Because when your life is good, you will pass it on to others. They said, if your cup is full and it overflows, then you can bless others. But when your cup is empty, you have nothing to give. And I'm encouraging you, don't let your cup be empty. Fill it up. Fill it up with good things. Fill it up with things of value. Fill it up so you can be a blessing to others. You can be a blessing to your neighbor, because you just never know. And the last of all that I want to share with us this evening is lead by example. Inspire others by being a role model. Even as a parent, you can live as a role model for your children. Lead by example. They're watching what you do. The same way we watch our parents, what they've done. Lead by example. At your workplace, live by example. Personal life, relationship, lead by example. Engage, encourage integrity in those around you, not just for yourself. Demonstrate a life of honesty and integrity in your action. Engage others, engage them. I'm telling you, to live with integrity by setting the example. Don't get too carried away and live a casual life. Don't do that. What will people do? What will people remember about you? What will they remember about you? So hold your friends, your family, your colleagues to high ethical standard. Very important, because you need to praise honesty and integrity when you see it in others. And how can you see it? It is only when you lead by example. That's when you can see it. So I just want to say it's been so nice. It's been so wonderful, with each and every one of you this evening. One thing that I want you to take home is that living a life of integrity in the daily life practice, it is very important. And most importantly, It requires you to have a self-awareness, discipline, and courage. Small or even big consistency in your action will build a reputation for you over time. And that will build honesty and trustworthiness that people can count on you. Don't be that person that I gave an example that talk, 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 talk. And when you get to a time, you'll be the one that you will call people and they'll just be like, oh no, that person is not serious. I'm not ready yet. Don't be that person. Choose the kind of lifestyle that you want. So I'm going to encourage you. This doesn't have to be, this, this, I would just say that, practice this, practice integrity in your workplace, personal life, your relationship with others. Very, very important. Even in leadership, integrity in leadership is important. Very, very important. You know, because you have to lead by example. That's what they say. And being fair, and then even doing what is right by making a valuable decision, not the one that is convenient for you. And even your personal life, making a proper decision for yourself and for your loved ones. So I just want to say it's been a very wonderful time. I'm so grateful that I'm able to share this wonderful time with you guys. You guys are amazing. And I just want to say, keep supporting the speaker show. Keep supporting, and keep sharing. Let us all, let's strive for greatness. Let's strive to do great things together in unity. That's how we can build a better world. So I just want to say thank you very, very much, for joining the speaker show. And I remain your host, your one and only host, Niniola Fatai. And then I'm just gonna tell you, don't forget, share the video with your friends and loved ones. Share, and like. Please, if you find this interesting, please like, or even any video, please like. We really appreciate it. It means a lot when you like, when you click on the notification button, when you subscribe, when you share. It means a lot. It means like you guys encourage us. You encourage us. So please, please, please don't let us take this for granted. Let us support one another. And I would just tell you guys, it's been a very wonderful time. I'm excited, and I just want you guys to enjoy your evening. And then, we're going to have a great time. So I'm going to tell you something. Next week, we have a great man. Okay. Who's going to be with us? He's one of the head of of lawyers in Ontario. Okay, I'm excited. Okay, that he's gonna be with us. So, I want you guys to come, bring your questions, anything that you might have concerning immigrations. Anything. Come with it. He's gonna be down here with us to answer any questions that you guys might have. So I'm excited. Let's come together next week. Invite your friends, your loved ones, let them be part of it. And let's have a great time together. So I just want to say, everyone, have a very wonderful evening. And I'm your host again, Nini Olafatai. Thank you and have a very wonderful evening. Bye now.